And is there anything else that you believe the court should have in connection with the facts of this case to make the decision about whether you were criminally responsible back on May the 10th of 1999?
I'll leave everything, sir.
And counsel, is there anything else that you're aware of that the court should have in that regard?
As of today, I am not, Judge.
Are you, Mr. Landry?
No, I'm not.
All right.
I would just add for the record that the exhibit number 5 the court alluded to is a report of Dr. Malcolm Rogers, who was hired by the Commonwealth to evaluate Mr. Rivers.
All right.
Unfortunately, began back in May 10th of 1999. And since that time, I've met with him I don't know how many times. Evaluated many reports, not just what you have before you, but with regard to his state of mind over the last, I guess it's been almost 10 years, he's been deemed incompetent to proceed by way of any sort of trial, whether it be jury waived or otherwise. And
just so it's clear, as I understand it, from the year 2000 through 2008, I believe there was a succession of competency evaluations, all of which concluded until 2008 that he was not competent.
That's correct. Just prior to that, Judge, he seemed to be on the bubble from the reports I read and the conversations I've had with the doctors. And there's been numerous doctors, not just the 3 that you see here over the years. And they had indicated to me, if I go back 5 or 6 years, that at some point they felt that he would restore to the level of competency. And we see that now, most recently in the last year or 2, that he has reached that level. I suggest I think it's overwhelming, the evidence before you, that he was criminally not responsible at the time of this unfortunate tragic act that he's responsible for, he's physically responsible for, there's no question. And I've read all these reports over and over again, and I think the court is left with one decision to make, and that's to find the defendant not guilty by reason of insanity in view of the experts' opinions, of which, as you've read, they all are in alignment with your opinion. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Landry?
I submit on all the documents you have, Judge.
All right. Well, what I would like to do is take some time to finish reviewing some of this material, and I expect that if you give me about 45 minutes to do that and to review my notes, that I'll be prepared to make a decision. All right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Docket number 1999361-1. Court finds the defendant not guilty by reason of insanity on the indictment presenting assault with intent to murder. Indictment 361-2. Court finds the defendant not guilty by reason of insanity on the indictment presenting armed assault with intent to murder. Indictment number 3. The court finds the defendant not guilty by reason of insanity on indictment assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon. Indictment 361-4. The court finds the defendant not guilty by reason of insanity on the indictment presenting possession of firearm not at home or work. Indictment 03-2391-1. The court finds the defendant not guilty by reason of insanity on the indictment presenting murder in the 2nd degree. The court, having found the defendant not guilty, orders he be discharged from his arrest on these matters. Mr. Landry?
Your Honor, in light of the court's verdicts, the Commonwealth has a motion.
The Commonwealth has filed a motion in accordance with Chapter 123, Section 16A, to commit the defendant for observation and examination. Does the defendant wish to be heard?
Except to say, Your Honor, that I'll take no position on that motion at this time.
All right. The court makes note of the fact that the defendant, as I understand it, had previously been committed in accordance with Chapter 123, but in a case in which the court makes this finding, the law contemplates a further order to observe and evaluate the defendant, so the motion is allowed.
The return date of October 9th on that, Your Honor?
Thank you. And we'll also allow Mr. Kelly's motion to withdraw and direct that the Committee for Public Counsel Services be notified in the event that there are further proceedings in which the defendant is entitled to be represented by counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The Rivers is committed under 123-16A.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
The court is also going to, given the decision in this case, the court will return the exhibits to the Commonwealth, which offer them